Welcome back, everybody. Still trying to bring you more content. I had a great hunting season this past year, and I got 2 antelope. Somebody gave me an antelope, and I got 2 deer, so that's 5 total. No elk. I put all of my wild game cooking videos on Blackstone's channel now, right? Let's give it a try. And I can't rerun the video here because of copyright issues, so I'm going to do my best today to cook an antelope burger and bring you along. I'll use some of the same footage, but I'll do a voiceover. We'll cut it differently, and hopefully you'll enjoy the adventure. You actually haven't seen this griddle yet. Believe it or not, it's been in my garage for 2 years on a pellet. So we got it fired up, and I have some bacon. Gonna go down with some bacon on here because we're gonna do bacon on the burger. Let's get that bacon looking good. I actually went into one of my griddle pantries. I've got several griddle pantries. Pulled out my big old Blackstone griddle press. I don't know if you can see it here because we're in the middle of the day, but we actually have illuminated LED lit knobs on this griddle. I'll insert some video here that I took with my phone last week. So I like to flip my bacon often and keep that press on there if I want it to look good, okay? You're doing bacon fried corn, you're just chopping up and cooking a big pile of bacon bits. When the bacon starts to sizzle, I pretty much will go down to low. That's a good way to assure that you won't burn your bacon. Antelope hunting, pronghorn. This is the 3rd year in a row that I've headed out near Lamar, Colorado. So that's like 180 miles southeast of here. My good friend John has a good friend named Cameron who became my good friend, and he's invited me down to his family's ranch, his family's land, to hunt for pronghorn over the last 3 years. And we've also filmed a bunch of Let's Give the Try episodes there over the last 3 years. You can go out to Blackstone's YouTube channel to watch those. This year I had 2 List B leftover pronghorn tags. Got out there the last day of September. The season starts October 1st, and I think it goes for 2 weeks or so, the first 2 weeks of October. And we couldn't get out hunting in the morning because Cameron's grandpa was busy loading up cattle. Of course, they feed cattle there on their land. They finish up cattle and then they get sent off to slaughter. So we couldn't actually start hunting until about 10 a.m. So we spent some time driving around and just scoping out, seeing if we could see any pronghorn. Let's pull our bacon and we'll set it aside while we deal with our burger and onion rings. Oh, the wind picked up and it got a little bit colder as we were starting to film there. You'll actually see me wearing this in the video. So let me know in the comments down below if you want to buy one of these. A lot of people have been expressing interest, but I've had terrible fortune trying to sell merchandise over the years. Buy a bunch of t-shirts because people beg for them. Sell like 10 t-shirts in a week and then you don't sell any for a year. Huge loss. So go out to Toven Zone, TOVENZONE, TovenZone.com. I've got a bunch of my new t-shirt sizes and styles there, all sweet stuff, including outdoor hunting related stuff. It's through Teespring. Get any size you want, ship right to your house, and then we'll see if we can get this design going in the future. Pronghorn patties. So we process our own meat. If you've been watching my videos over the last 15 years, you'll see we process our own meat. And these particular patties right here, we've done up in an 80-10-10 fashion. That's 80% pronghorn, 10% bacon, and 10% beef fat. Shout out to Scott's Food Products. They've sent me a lot of these cool seasonings over the last couple of years because they've seen me using them. I love their stuff. A small company out of Paramount, California. And man, they make some incredible seasonings and marinades, so check them out. They're doing some rebranding right now. I think their new website is scottsseasoningsandmarinades.com. Also going to put a little bit of salt on there. Let's crank that griddle back to high heat. We have all that nice bacon grease on there. We're gonna put these straight down in that bacon grease, baby. I have my air fryer set on high. I haven't actually even used the new air fryers on this. A little bit of non-stick spray in my basket. And I've got some onion rings here. These are McCain's beer battered onion rings. Now, in the past, when you're working with an air fryer, friends, okay, right, you want to have room in there for your onion rings to circulate. Blackstone has these brand new trays. You can actually put them in your air fryer like this. And look at this, you can double stack them. Double stack your onion rings or whatever you're cooking. And of course, I always like to put some type of oil on top of my onion rings or fries or whatever I have, because it interacts with that air and that's what makes them nice and crispy. So we're going in on high, and I'll just check these every few minutes. That's what happened to my bacon when it hit the ground, so things are not doing very well for me here today. So please let me a thumbs up down below, because I'm having to put up with some crazy elements. Get out some sesame seed buns. So first morning after we're able to start hunting at 10 a.m., I was able to get an antelope within a couple hours. Monty is the man, and he helped me find several, and we were able to put a stock on a few does. I was able to get one down. So we got it gutted out, thrown in the coolers. Had some time for the kids to check out the tarantulas. Of course, there's tarantulas all over southeastern Colorado, and they freak me out, but the kids think they're pretty darn cool. I'm putting mayo here on the buns, by the way, to toast them up. Nothing else on opening day. Smokehouse cheddar cheese slices. Down with my bacon, which has been all broken up. We'll do the best we can. Down with my buns, mayo side down, of course. Got the big cutting board today. We'll see if we can keep the buns on it, because the wind is very powerful. They look beautiful. I think the onion rings are probably done, so I'm gonna pull those, and we're gonna put a little bit of salt on top. You can dress these any way you want to, so don't criticize my mustard or whatever I'm using. You could use ketchup, you could use barbecue sauce, you could use mayo, you could use relish, you can do whatever you want. So mustard on the bottom, shredded lettuce on the heel. I'm gonna go down with my unsightly one that has broken bacon. I'm gonna go in, put a couple onion rings on each one of these. This is like a version of a burger that I made many years ago that we called the Country and Western Burger. I love onion rings. I'm gonna try some Heinz chili sauce on there. I've tried regular Famous Dave's before, so I'm hoping the zesty dill and garlic is delicious as well. We'll do pickle on 2, leave the other ones plain. The wind subsided for the time being. Take a look at that. The second morning, got out there in the side-by-side with Monty, and the kids got in my truck with Cameron. They tried to create diversions, and we put a stock on a bunch of antelope. Finally, was able to get one hid behind some yucca, and man, made it happen. So pumped up, so excited. Love everything about hunting, right? Love the adventure, the thrill of the hunt, trying to harvest an animal, and of course, the end game, the number one thing, of course, is getting this delicious meat. Let's give it a try. Loving the onion ring. So bacon and the onion ring are the two first things that really stand out to me. And then last but not least, as we were getting ready to leave town, one of Cameron's brothers gifted me an antelope. He got a buck and didn't want the meat, so we headed home with 3 Colorado pronghorn, processed the meat. We have Italian sausage, ground meat, roast steaks, everything all in the freezer, so incredible. And once again, that's what it's all about. My very first Blackstone cooking video 10 years ago next month was a Colorado elk burger cooking video in the mountains, and so I always like to come back to that. We do it all. Of course, I do stir fry. I do everything from crepes and pancakes, you name it, pasta. But it's always good to come back to my roots with Colorado wild game burgers. So friends, I do appreciate you watching. Make sure you're watching my Let's Give It a Try show on Blackstone YouTube every darn Saturday for the last couple of years. There's 150 at least, probably 3 years worth of Let's Give It a Try videos. We're talking Colorado ice fishing, fishing in Montana, elk hunting in Colorado, deer hunting in Nebraska, wild game cooking 24 pounds of bacon and delivering it to our neighbors. It's all on there. Please leave me a thumbs up and a like. And until next time, this is Todd. I'm saying praise the Lord and pass the Antelope burgers, the Pronghorn burgers, the delicious burgers.
Praise the Lord and pass the Pronghorn. Speed goat goes to the prairie. High Plains Houdini.